My body kiss, music give me bass, my sweet, sweet bass, my love no get shame, for you all day, every day, me go need my baby to call on me, close to me, yeah, by the time, when you dey wake up in the morning, man, I dey buy you cyphery. Make you fall for me. Oh yeah, choro, them never see nothing, they go see something. When I tap at the club, you go turn big thing. No dick kill for my hood, they won't touch my 10 kilo day over for me. I want lack over. So great, Musagushi down till you go 10. There's only one. There's only one more chaser. Nobody is this hyped this early. They say I'm on drugs. But my only drug is hip hop. We love this life. It's the Morning Detour on the Mighty CKT 90.3.
My mentality when I do start to be like, damn, this is a lot. That's what it's supposed to feel like. Like, this shit ain't supposed to feel comfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to stretch you. It's supposed to be a burden to a degree. You gotta wrap your mind around that and accept it and embrace it. And you catch the wisdom off of that.
Like the sun, say you turn up, girl, your body turn up, me say turn up, girl, you like the sun, say you turn up, and say you
my body is magnified in the sun, send me alive, my body and your delight. Burn me up, send me alive.
like fire.
I can't deny your desire. Feel like I'm on fire. When you touch me, I feel the flame. Make it never feel. Oh, can you feel the heat on my skin? Can you feel all my love, baby? You and me.
You're listening to the sound of my man, DJ
Baddest one like a goddess and you just wet like a faucet. One yummy, I said, girl, the way you at me, we wine like a cassette. Girl, you give me touches, shake you like a matches pushing her hand, touches pushing her. You pass it, you take me to your college and you give me. Now the good of the feel you. Bust that a run for me, touches my girl, you want it. Big girl, you want it. My girl, you want it. Bubble up in a the video like slow. Tell your body just a glisten like gold. Get me hard up when the night cold. Tired than a satellite pole. Keep it up on your tongue pine. Happy, yeah, you feel nice. And you be half in the rest of my life. Number one, like see which our choice.
Pretty she now, pretty she now. Pretty she now, pretty she now. Must get a girl, get a girl, get a girl. God know I'm a baby. Pretty she now, pretty she now. Pretty she now, pretty she now. Must get a girl, get a girl, get a girl. God know I'm a
Wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Back it up, wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Back it up, wine up my body.
Love how you sit down and wine on your head. You have the boom, them girl the wine dead. Baby that's it, they a mash up me head. Me and me girl a touch till we jump off a bed. Mr. Girl fi beg, can't forget love till them can't feel them leg. Woman a touch girl and I treat them like egg. Woman want feel like them just don't shake. Me love woman like me love lock it up and me love do it for fun. But how what speed when me under me rum and she do the strip and wine off a flicks in a done car. Girl you want the gum, how you get so much and she no have none. A guy get one, him have to one back. So me make big top shot out a beat like a drum when you
wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Back it up, wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Wine up my body, me a wine up my body. Back it up,
on the left, bounce on the right. Two of them together, man, I watch me all night. Don't on the gun, me make it bounce, what a sight.
Bounce up, Nicky bounce up, Nicky bounce up, bounce up, Nicky bounce up, Nicky bounce up, bounce up, Nicky bounce up, Nicky bounce up. Watch how she a go on, my girl, make your bounce up, bounce up, Nicky bounce up, Nicky bounce up, bounce up, Nicky bounce up, Nicky bounce up, bounce up, Nicky bounce up, Nicky bounce up, slow wine.
I love my you want Serdi, I kill them with some reggae music. Kill them, Serdi. You want the low, sing up on my Asian massive. I love my Serdi.
Yeah, now we don't know when tomorrow might bring, cause the future the hours away.
So me I live my life today. Me I live my life today. Yeah, so long me talk what I want to talk. Me have enough to say. So me I live my life today. Me I live my life today. So everybody have to sing it out. Me love my life. Me love my life. Me love my life. So me I live my life today. Me love my life. Me love my life. One.
Me life. We never see a girl we never saw yet. We never see a girl we never saw yet. Tell me never see a girl like you. You want to see a she ice and wine, ice and wine. Wind up your body for me one more time. Ice and wine, girl. Your skin smooth and your look so refined. Ice and wine, ice and wine. Oh, you you know so long time.
Why this make you feel like though? Why this make you feel like though? Why this make you feel like though? Girl, they know what to do. Come on and broke off me cock, broke off me cock, broke off me, broke off me, broke off me cock, broke off me cock, broke off me cock, broke off me, broke off me, broke off me cock. Wanna send it up in you, send it up in you, in your broke off me cock, broke off me cock, broke off me, broke off me, broke off me cock.
Man out and stunting.
You're listening to the sound of my man, DJ Sir D. Sir D.
You're in the mix with Montreal's pioneer DJ, Sir D.
Man out and stunting. Kyle them thick like dumpling. Girl with big jumping. Action, ready for the thumping, ready for the thumping, ready for the thumping.
Bad girl step out, I'm stunting. My ties them tick like pumpkin. Look pon me, big jumping. My money tick like a common dumpling. Remix style of the vocal range. Black and beautiful, so me now play. Me no fear, me no chat, me no eye girl. Me money make a girl act suicide. Girl fake like me weave them. Oh Lord, girl say she bad, me no believe them. Hey, rich, watch how me a beat them. Chanel, Fendi, me Louis beat them.
Leave it until them are ready. Get back to the money. All them a preach and preach. The over they go beat and teach. Them a drive by and I know them can't reach. Go on back up for your grandmother preach. Yeah. Them a on the street and the street. Go over they go beat and teach. Man drive with it. Funny can't see. One mouth full of concrete. So go this side 5 years. Them don't see. Them boy that could last from me. From them with the families body of the week. See them some see beat and teach. So beat and teach. So beat and teach. Beat and teach. Beat and teach. I saw about this beat and teach. Beat and teach. Beat and teach. Beat and teach. Step over the make everybody see. Just because beat and teach. If I want to be a friend killer, you know believe in a friend killer. Family, I me say family. Me love me family, them do me hard. You do the one of them real kill it from the start. The real better them. Cause them no know when we are buy 3 sardines and the man go on a rice from shop. And them no know when we are get chased by cops and the fuck and the job. And all the woman make it now. No struggle feel. I mean, no one of them. I know green and make them trick me and kill me. No way, you must see me man. Life are the greatest thing that I know left, my God. Can't trick me and kill me. No way, you must see me man. Life are the greatest thing that I know left. It was all a dream, it was it on to be locked in the skin. Me tell myself me up pick up with the cream. Crown the king, baby, the best performer with the black ever seen. Set out to be a unstoppable. Pull it up, stop it. That Junior wicked. Well, you don't know, say it's all about Sir D. And when you hear Sir D, you hear the real reggae music a click. Homage, meaning special honor and respect shown publicly. Not for them out there that not like this them not love to see. It was all a dream, me gross it on to be locked in the skin. Me tell myself me up pick up for the cream. Crown the king, baby, the best performer with the black ever seen. Set out to be a unstoppable beat. On top of the world, I guess I'm every day. And to the dream killer, them the whole I want up it. Them say me now reach far, well Africa me there. Yeah nigga look at me now, but with them they did a set. Me remember killer with the red under. Now me grow up to drive the Bimmers and the Benz boy. Yeah. Not even that dog, me want a couple ends boy. Yeah. And me never sell out, me never bend over. Big up the king beanie, wild hard bounty. Have to be a homage up on my group come see. Me never beg, none of me strive for don't hungry. Me fight for me space, me not fumble, don't clumsy. Me have to be a homage, homage. Me have to be a homage, homage. Dog, me have to be a homage. You no put no food in a get a youth stomach, stomach. Me have to be a homage, homage. Me have to be a homage, homage. Me have to be a homage. You no put no food in a get a youth stomach.
On CKUT 90.3 FM.
You guys already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. Tata's in the building. Good morning, Montreal. 7:13 in the morning. This is the number one urban morning show in the country. This is the mighty CKT 90.3 FM. I'm your host, Weezy Moon. Checks in the Montreal Kobe Bryant. They know that I'm nice. They hate that it's me. This morning, of course, as usual, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube. Good morning to everybody online. I'm alongside. We are the best duo in radio. We like Big Boy and A.
Whoever disagrees, don't say nothing.
Listen, I love to go against Vinny and them. I love to go against Vinny and them. And whoever CJD got, we just got more energy. I'm the spice and you're the seasoning.
He called it.
Listen, man, we'll take anybody out, man. There's a lot to talk about this morning.
Definitely.
We have AI robots that want nuclear codes. Kentucky's getting rid of wings and popcorn. The mayor said the blue line would not be fully named by white people.
Oh, finally.
Nuit Blanche this weekend. Select bars going to be open till 8 o'clock in the morning. But you know all I want to talk about is Jonathan Major. If you haven't seen the Ebony cover, Jonathan Major's on there. Some of the pictures he has lipstick on. Some of the pictures he has dress on. Black Twitter says he's pushing back black masculinity. He's playing into the drama. Me and Todd are going to talk about that. I'm also going to open up the lines. All of that. Of course, after 8 o'clock, we have some amazing guests.
Grace from Yellow Pad Sessions coming up. If you guys don't know, Yellow Pad Sessions is a non-profit art and culture organization that promotes artists and hosts events intended to create forum for social discourse. That's beautiful things. And of course, I'm very excited about this. I hope she brings some food. We have Marissa Leon Jean. She's a private chef. You know, I like things that's privé. She's also a Master Chef Canada alumni, and she's also self-taught.
Yeah.
Her band is called LJ, so we'll have her up here around 8:30 in the morning. So a lot of things is moving around. All-Star Weekend, Tata. What a mess.
Whoa.
What a mess.
Did you watch the dunk contest?
No, I didn't watch the contest. I caught it on Sunday, but the reason I didn't catch it, shout out to Beverly Jacques, man. I went out to the Rum Fest on Saturday.
Rum Fest?
Woo! Every time I say black people's like Rum Fest, I didn't even know there was a Rum Fest. Yes, there was a Rum Fest. It was a black-owned event. And that doesn't change the thing. It was well-run. You had different tables with rums that aren't on the NSQ, that are award-winning rums. My favorite was Rumeur. Obviously, if you never had the South African rum, it's amazing. I had
That's the one we had before, right?
Yeah, that's the one we had before.
Yes, top.
I had its cousin. I had the one from Guatemala.
Oh, yeah?
It was crazy. Tata,
We're missing a bottle in here.
No.
I
I think Rita put a bottle. We'll get a bottle up a little after. I underprepared, Tata. I brought the young intern, OG Marco. Shout out to OG Marco. He had the TikTok going crazy. I didn't think there would be so much different bottles per station. So I went to one station. Homeboy had like 6 award-winning bottles.
You tried all of them.
I tried all of them, but yo, brethren, I didn't prep for it. How am I taking shots of all this liquor? At least 20 different shots. Me alone? I said, Marco, you have to take some of this. But it was a well-run event, man. Beverly Jacques, Montreal, my city, please look out for the Rum Fest this summer, man. It's a great event. You get to experience different rums from around the world, things you've never tasted before, and it tastes really good. And you ask yourself, how come SQ doesn't have this?
Yeah.
It was a great thing. And on Sunday, I went to see Central C. Shout out to my boy Donald from Warner Music. I went to see Central C. Central C, one of the top, is the top UK artist right now. Good performance. He's coming together. He's coming together. You know, for me, there was some highs and lows in terms of energy, but the crowd definitely knew his music. It was definitely a young crowd in there. Yeah. What's good vibe in there, man? How was your week?
Youngins doing their thing. My week, listen, my week's been intense as usual. Like I say, I work every day. But Zupa and I, who's my business partner and co-host of the podcast.
Fall Awake, baby.
Fall Awake, yeah. We had a presentation to do at the Elizabeth House Foundation, which is a rehabilitation center that supports families with young children 0 to 5 years old. And we did a workshop that we facilitated. It was about implementing anti-racist strategies for interventions and prevention of racial discrimination and microaggression in the workplace. So it was really good. We got to do it for the managers, the executive director, and the staff, and is really to get them thinking about ways to employ anti-racist practices, in their policies, with their work with staff, and also with the work with clients. So they really loved it, and they invited us back on March 8th. So
let me ask you this. I got 2 takeaways.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to ask you this. When you do these talks, and you're going to go in front of a group of white people and sensitize them to black culture, make them understand racism is the thing, and this is how to move and process and deal with us. What's their vibe? Like, what are you reading off their faces? Are they kind of like, okay, we're just gonna kind of going through the motions, or do you actually see on their white face like there's like, okay, you know what?
Their white face.
No, what do you want me to say, man? It's a polarizing morning show, but like those that don't identify as a visible minority, what do you see on their faces? Do you see like, okay, they're accepting the knowledge that you're giving them? Is there openness to the information?
So this presentation, we actually had a mixed group, so we're happy that the staff was already pretty diversified. We've done the presentation before for a corporate entity, which I would not name, and it was a little bit more rigid. You know what I mean? They told us not to say black and racism that much. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
Yeah, it was intense.
This is the good stuff. They told you what? Who told you that?
So we were doing, was the initial title of our presentation.
I'm black?
No, anti-racist strategies for intervention and prevention of racial discrimination and microaggressions. They didn't like the anti-racists, right? So they told us just to like call it, just intervention and prevention strategy. That was one thing. Then when we did the dry run, they said we're saying black and racism too much. But it was for Black History Month, right? And I'm like, when it's Pride Month, you never tell people to stop talking about the LGBTQ2S plus community,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So why for Black History Month you're gonna tell it anyways?
We
Thank
can't.
God for Zupa being so diplomatic, because me,
No.
I was gonna say keep your
We
money.
can't
you know?
we can't even do the talk without being
No.
marginalized. We
But
can't
like,
even talk.
you could gauge the crowd, and you can see when the people are, you're always gonna have some people who aren't as aware, and sometimes who aren't as receptive. But I can honestly say every time that we have done that, we've always had a group of non-racialized individuals who have been very receptive, who admitted to the fact that, they haven't been very exposed to Black people. The only Black image of Black people that they see is from the media, and it's usually stereotypes that they too have internalized. So some of them really get to acknowledge like, whoa, this is real life. You know what I mean?
What you should have done, y'all, what you should have done is pull down the screen, right? And y'all should have played Viola Davis's movie, The Woman King.
Oh my
You
gosh.
should have put The Woman King on.
Yo,
Oh
what was
boy,
that?
I saw The Woman King over the weekend because I thought it was like another Black Panther kind of derivative, so I wasn't really into it. But Viola Davis, no wonder she got the EGOT. She acted her ass off in that.
What?
If you
Listen.
haven't seen, it's Black History Month. If you haven't seen The Woman King, one of the great things that I liked about Woman King, because it showed, I know some Black people get mad at me, it showed that there were some Black tribal leaders back in the 1800s.
Who were selling their own people.
Yeah, that were selling their own
That's
people
real life.
and selling people from other tribes.
That's real life.
It wasn't just white people and the Portuguese and stuff like that. Like,
No.
a lot of us did it to ourselves as well.
That's real life. But that's a discourse they perpetuated so that we would forever feel inferior, like white people did this, but not knowing that it was also tribal wars going on. But one thing I can say,
It was a business.
Yeah, when I was in the cinema watching that, I could honestly say it took me at least 45 minutes to start understanding what they were saying. Those African accents were off, boy. Like,
You're the next year. You're the other girl. What's her name? Ninzi. Not Viola Davis. The other secondary character. That's you. That's you. The one that got shot in the end.
Okay,
Spoiler
yeah.
alert.
The rowdy one.
The rowdy one.
I felt her. I felt her. She was real though.
Everybody should watch The Woman King. The Woman King is crazy. If you don't know, go to our link on Detour 54 or on my page on W Montreal Instagram. Best of Montreal, Montreal. Number 22, Best Radio. Morning Detour.
Soon to be number 1.
Number 23. No, that's the number. That's the number to go to vote.
Oh.
So the vote for the best radio is number 22. To vote for the best radio host, myself, Weezy Moon Chaser, or Tata. Number 23. So that's Best of Montreal. That's called Montreal. Shout out to Cult Montreal. Always doing great things, man. So that's going on. Do you want to get into it?
Let's get into it.
I'm gonna open up the line.
Are we gonna start with my boo?
I did the cover, and our producer was like, why is that the cover? I said, first of all, I love Jonathan Major. 2, the initial picture when he just sprawled out with the shirt off, with the sneakers out, with the roses. I was like,
Listen,
I love the art. I love the artistry.
I love the body.
But Black Twitter felt a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Because there are some pictures when he's wearing a dress. There are some pictures with him with lipsticks on. Some people say he's playing on one of these anime characters. I think from One Punch, one of them guys, I'm not really into anime that much. So I know Brian will correct me. But actor Jonathan Major is killing it these days. He's currently stars as the King in the new Marvel hit movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp. And like he might be the new face of Marvel as well. He's the villain in Creed 3. We know him from Lovecraft Nation.
And Harder They Fall.
Harder They Fall, he was amazing.
Yeah.
I think he's just about to turn around the corner to be like a mega star. I think he's a star already.
Yeah.
Just based on the body of work. But I think he's about to become
And the
a
body,
real, yeah.
period.
So last weekend, Johnny came under fire after he wore women's clothes on the cover of Ebony magazine. Shout out to Ebony. How long has Ebony been around?
No, I think for like as long older than us.
Me and you should be on the cover of Ebony. Black radio host, Canada, urban,
All
fly. I would look good too. You know, some people. I heard them. I would look good too.
Hey, Weezy can dress, okay? Weezy looks fly every morning.
Shout out to my stylist, Sade. So yeah, he was in Ebony magazine with his lips,
Rosy.
pursued. It's pumped out everything.
He said pumped out.
Yeah, it's pumped out everything. So dozens of Black influencers criticized Jonathan for attacking Black masculinity. I have issue with that. I don't think by I'm open up here. I don't think by him putting on the dress or, doing like a more feminine kind of photo shoot. I could look at it from an artistic standpoint. Because I look at John, and even if he played for the other field, who really cares? Nobody ever said nothing to Prince.
Yeah.
Nobody ever said nothing to Rodman. Nobody said nothing to Andre 3000.
Look, Young Thug put on that big blue dress, and he turned out to be the realest gangster out there in hip-hop music.
But I think, especially like when you're a movie star, when people have a fixated idea about you, and you kind of move outside that box. Like if I look as good as Jonathan Major, and I got to do a photo shoot for Ebony.
You could put on a garbage bag.
I'm not gonna do the dress. I just won't do the dress because I just don't like all the other stuff that comes with the dress. But if I see another black man like I saw Jonathan Major do it, I'm not looking at him and be like, he's pushing back masculinity. I think black masculinity is owned by black masculinity. If you as a man feel that you're strong, feel that you're confident. I remember when it was taboo to wear pink, and then Kanye did it, and then Cameron did it, and then it was cool.
Yeah.
So things in this black culture and this hip hop thing always comes down to who's doing it, and at what point is it accepted. I thought it was artistic.
And why they're doing it.
I thought it was artistic. Besides you thinking Jonathan Major is beautiful. I
think he's beautiful.
I'm also going to open up the lines. The number is 514-448-4013. 514-448-4013. Let us know how you felt about that Jonathan Major cover, that Ebony cover. He put the dress on, he put the lipstick, the lipstick, his lips were pouting. The one with the shirt off, with the roses falling, with the pumps.
The side spin. The side.
Big up yourself, Scotty. He doesn't know.
The side pose.
I loved it. What I don't like is just this outrage in black Twitter, and in our black influencers media sphere. Like, let the boy laugh, man. Prince did all kind of wild stuff, and Prince is regarded as a GOAT, rightfully so, right? So how did you feel about when you saw the Jonathan Major picture?
One, okay, he's sexy. He could wear anything, and I would still like it. Two, I think everyone is entitled to their own preference, right? If somebody does not like seeing that type of image, don't look at it. It's so simple as that. You can have your personal opinion, but I mean, like, when it comes to expression and like right now, with the way everything is, I think you have to be open for people exploring, themselves and pushing boundaries, right? Doesn't mean I think people are associating the attire with like sexual orientation and all that stuff and saying what type of image is being perpetuated to the community. Because if you think of a lot of the prominent black male actors, most of them pass a phase that they have to put on the dress.
Except for Chappelle.
And then their career excels, right? And the ones that don't really, you know what I mean? Like,
so that's what they said he's kind of playing into this. Yeah. And then, I was listening to Joe Budden podcast and they're having a debate where, okay, is he really a mega star yet? Is he a star? Because then that will play into that kind of theory that, okay, he put on the dress to go to the next level. And Melissa Ford was saying, he's like, you think Jonathan Major went to this photo shoot and they told him he had to put a dress on? He was like, okay, cool. Like I believe he had to be okay with it. He had to be like, it's cool. I heard a story that when he met with Marvel, they made him wait an extra length of time and he got up and left. This is Marvel. Imagine being part of the Marvel franchise. That's you're getting at least two, 3 movies. You get at least between 20 and 30 million a flick. That's a good look. And he got up and left. So it's hard for me to believe a man that moves like that is just gonna be like, come to a photo shoot for Ebony. They're gonna tell him put on the dress and be like, okay, I'm cool with it.
I think so. Like, you do a photo shoot.
Can a black man? I want to ask the city this, man. Can a black celebrity put on a dress and it just be satire? Call us up, 514-448-4013. Let's know how you feel about that Jonathan Major, man. That Ebony cover. But
it could also be very artistic. He's so masculine. Like, someone said he was civil rights era fine. You understand me? So it could have been like a play on the femininity and the masculinity at the same time. But he is fine. I could honestly say that.
Is there room for growth in black masculinity? Can you be a strong black male, affirmative, strong in your culture, understanding your culture, a proud black man, and still be open to trying stuff without people looking at you like, hey, listen, you're pushing us back 80 different ways here?
And those same people are not doing nothing for the community. So they could shut their mouth. You know what I mean? I feel like at the same time, a person is entitled to express themselves in whichever the way they choose. You know what I mean? To push boundaries. We do it. Us black women do it. Yeah. Like, we posing up in suits and stuff with our ties.
I love a woman in a pantsuit. Y'all be looking good.
That's what I'm saying.
The blazer game is crazy.
I wore a pink one to a wedding, and I tell you, it was fly. So it's like, what? So someone would look at me and be like, why are you wearing a pantsuit? You're being too masculine?
Hold on. But also, Tata, I'm not saying all black men should go out there and wear dresses either. But you know what I'm saying? If
it was artistic.
Yeah, if it's artistic, if you're an artist and you're an actor and you want to try something different, go out the box, and you're a black man going to throw on a dress and a photo shoot, and you kind of play on the gender roles, knock yourself out. I'm not gonna look at you and be like you're lesser than a black man.
But we do have to admit, when black men in that environment, right, put on the dress, their careers usually excel. Yeah. Right?
Tyler Perry.
So let's just watch. If his career excels after this, then
Tyler Perry
It was
did
a strategic move.
Tyler Perry. We have to one day do a show on Patreon and dive deep into the Tyler Perry Medea.
Yeah, people are very torn with regard to, and also especially the Christian aspect of it.
I don't like no Medea movies, but for the Christian folk, and those are the ones that's funneling their money to Tyler Perry. They love it. I'm not really excited about, but I love Big Mama's House.
Exactly.
I love Martin Lawrence and Big Mama's House.
Exactly.
Eddie Murphy did it too in The Clumps.
Yeah.
And that was a tour de force. He played every character. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess nobody in Montreal wants to touch this this morning. Like, we are not calling on this. Y'all don't want to talk about Johnny Major. You guys already know this tonight is Afrobeats versus Dancehall, brought to you by Follow the Rhythm. A little bit after 8:30, we're going to give away 2 tickets. We're going to play Answer This Riddle. So we're going to give away 2 tickets for Afrobeats versus Dancehall. And you know what? The Morning Detour, we're going to toss $50 on top of that. You know, get your juice ready. Put down your little kabako that time.
2 tickets?
Yeah, 2 tickets.
And $50.
And $50.
Look at that. You guys better call in.
You got to answer the riddle. But that's going to be after 8:30. Don't tell them now. I mean,
Watch your phone start blazing
they
off.
try to blaze up. They try to blaze up.
Look at the man. He's just reading right now. The awkward silence.
No, why don't you call in? Why don't you call? Don't message me. Call in. Let me know your thoughts. You feeling about Charlie Major? Like, how do you feel when you see a strong, beautiful black man? You know what I mean? In a dress on an ebony cover. I already know how me and you do our ebony cover, bro. Listen, yeah, we're gonna do it on the edge of a cliff in the Maldives and the South of Africa.
On one hand.
We're gonna tell Ebony, throw the budget all the way up. In the meantime, I want to be on the beach on the boat. I want us to be on a yacht. I want our floater to be on a yacht.
I want to be the captain.
Yeah, so imagine those gender roles.
Exactly.
So
I'm the captain.
and I'm just
on the front of the yacht. Yo, that's what I'm saying.
We out here looking like Titanic. I'm behind you. You're behind me, holding me up. Yo, this is crazy.
Oh,
Sinclair, you need to call up. You need to tell me. Sinclair's like, I need 4 more tickets, fam. That's what I'm talking about. Best morning show in the country. So Afrobeats versus Dancehall tonight. So all the music this morning. Shout out to DJ Sir D, our featured DJ. He has an event coming up Easter weekend. Reminisce, ultimate hip hop, old school hip hop party. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Great show, man. Man, when we come back, I'll talk about this Gala Dynasty pattern. I'm on that for code switching. I'm going up there against Malik Shaheed. I'm gonna wear my James Baldwin t-shirt.
The man talked about code switching.
Code switching. They had me on the panel with Malik Shaheed. Need I say more? Need I say more?
Just be you. Honestly, I'm tired of hearing those fake talky things. You know what I mean? Be real. You know what I mean? Let people see your real personality.
But this one's gonna chime in with the code switching thing. Sometimes when you're broadcasting, you're in the public eye, and you're too real. Everybody can't digest that. We have, I'm facing cancel culture. Then you have black culture that has all this hierarchy. Oh, you're not black enough, or you're not black this. If you date a white girl, you're on the side of the pond. If your views are on this or that about Kanye, you're this side of the pond on black people. There's so many factors. So like every time you broadcast, you feel like you're walking a tightrope. I mean, I'm from the school of Joe Buttons and Charlamagne the God. You know what I mean? I come from a place of facts and not emotions.
Yeah.
But not everybody's willing to accept that. I think the general vibe of most people, they don't want someone to be brutally honest on air. And not everybody can take a joke. You can't make jokes on a lot of different groups.
Now
you
everyone's so sensitive.
Everybody's sensitive. I want to play some Afrobeats.
Look at this guy.
I got some Afrobeats for you this morning. So Montreal, my city, keep it locked. When we come back, we'll do local international news. There's an AI robot that says it wants to be alive. It wants to get some nuclear codes, and I'm still mad that KFC's taking away the popcorn chicken.
Oh my gosh.
I keep it.
He ends with the chicken, right? We're doomed, but he ends with the chicken.
Keep it loud. Montreal, my city, my CKT.
On CKUT 90.3 FM.
Oh boy. We gonna vibe this morning. Montreal, my city. We're coming to you live from BT Kicks. Hey. Tonight, Afrobeats versus Dancehall. You know we do things. Let's go.
See many people there outside where they feed man's oboe. Oh no, I mean I stand the defender like Joseph Yobo. But girl say she want Netflix and chill, so I chatty get even money. If you fall in love, Kelly satin. You go to breakfast, I'm not capping. Can you see dripple, I'm not catching. I'm not faking this, not fugazi. You see these feelings, I'm not catching. I'm on quest and feet, I just want it. Greatness. If I broke down my business, I'ma show you right.
All I care for the night. If I broke, now my business. I don't know you go right. All I care for the night. Finally, I said, see, you be the reason why your papa want to jealous me. If you want to take us serious, how they do top speed. No fit to resonate, I'm on a different frequency. I don't think it's necessary. I be done with somebody that could do like me. When I be like Musala coming off the right wing, I got to your defender, you no need to tell me. I'm a finesse. You know, say me, I'm a snack. I go carry go. If me, I got money past you. If you're not careful, finesse. You know, say me, I'm a snack. I go carry go. If me, I got money past you. If you're not careful, finesse.
Somebody just hit me up and say, yo, Weezy, we want to see you in a dress. It will never happen. I do have a dress story. When I come back after the musical break, I'm going to give it to y'all. Let's go. Tata, DJ Moon, they got to talk to me, Tata. The best morning show in the country. You know how we do it.
It's fit to me for body. She love me feel for me. Wow. Yeah, bullet make her go crazy. I'ma get see sure for me. Say make her withdraw money. Oh man, no good and good. You can carry your luggage. I define you for this. And no drugs are fit to contain. Your body now back in. So you don't see I'm falling for love. Overdose me, love me, overdose me. You, I want to love you, I think I'm full of overloading. I'll be overloading. Your back.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Top of the morning, brother.
What's going on? Friend of the show, Sinclair's on the line. How you doing, King?
I'm good. Can't complain. Finishing up this slave shit.
So Sinclair, let me ask you this. You seen the Ebony cover with Jonathan Major, right?
Pardon me?
You seen the cover with Jonathan Major on the cover, right?
No, I didn't see the cover, but I've heard about it. I was laughing.
So as a black, man, as a strong black man, how do you feel about that cover, man? How that cover make you feel, man?
Man, look, I'm cut from a different cloth, you know what I mean? I'm happy everybody got their rights and everything like that, but, they got to stop springing it on me and my children like this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we also have the option of not, your kid's going to see it on social media, but, we have the option of not, taking it all the way in, right? But do you look at him any less of a black man because he threw on the dress and the Ebony cover?
No, I just find he got that different chromosome, right?
You gonna get us in trouble up here on the detour, man.
Nah, but that don't make him any different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't understand what the whole issue is. Young Thug been doing it.
Yeah, but Zach, that's what me and Tato was talking about. This clicky black groups, on black Twitter, these black influencers, like this mob that wants to dictate, the hierarchy or the checklist to be black, or let's redefine everything. This is the culture we're in now. We're gonna redefine everything. We're gonna give all these pronouns. We're gonna give all these stuff here. We're gonna redefine black masculinity. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's something else, That's something else in itself. That's like another topic right there.
Now, man, we got, Maggie's gonna put together that Patreon. But Sinclair, I appreciate you. You always listening to the show. I got them tickets for you for Afrobeats versus Dancehall, and I will see you tonight, brother.
Yes, let's do it. Well, where we pre-drinking? My crib?
Yeah, I can't with you, Scotias. I'm God. I'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
You do. Yo, it's crazy, man. It's gonna be wild.
He said all these pronouns.
You're the brand new man. Take you like me, my shima.
The Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Ben. You better be sure to tune in to Heal, Black Girl Heals, each and every Tuesday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. for the month of February. And don't you worry, if you missed the show, be sure to download and CKUT.ca. Keep it locked.
Remember we when we gone, we live forever.
Swan City presents the Black History Month Fashion Show and Dance. It all goes down Saturday, February 25th inside the Jamaican Association, 4065 Chantalon West, featuring Lil from the Sound, Crystal Sound, DJ Nicholas, and the country boss Little Vicious. And it's all hosted by Lady One Love and Shimmy and Beyond. Oh, getting them keys, you know. Dress code is ladies classy and men blazer or suit. The fashion show starts at 9 p.m. and you can get your tickets at Swan City, 6917 St. Hubert Street, Platinum Coffer at 5418, Sherbrooke West, K-Styles Coffer at 6891 Victoria Avenue or online at jawan.com. So mark down the date, Saturday, February 25th inside the Jamaican Association is the Black History Month Fashion Show and Dance. You can't afford to miss it. Make sure you're in the building, be there.
Tonight, we know what we want to do. Me say make we keep it wanna dance. Call it sit down for me Sunday.
All clothing are available for purchase at the event.
The Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
Yes, Montreal, my city. Welcome back to the Morning Detour. Mo Chaser, Tata, we're coming to you live from DG Kicks, the leader in sneaker, not leisure. We have everything from electronic bikes. If you can't see, I don't think it's in the shot.
Yeah, it is.
Shauna got the toilet bowl with the new shit. We got new sneakers here. You trying to get fly tonight for Afrobeat versus dancehall? DG Kicks is your spot. So now's about the time for us to do some local, international news. I'm going to do some hip-hop news as well. Do you want to start with the madness per usual?
Let's start with the madness.
You want to start with the madness? Black History Month. I don't know what you want to do, man. Why aren't you and Zupa doing talks at Jean Rene High School?
Yo, listen.
The Lester B. Pearson School Board's under fire once again. Jean Rene High School student was victim of racism, mom said. So Nadine Hart says her 13-year-old son was insulted and assaulted at a hockey game. The mad is confused. That's so crazy. Every Friday. So the Center for Research and Action and Race Relations, shout out to Phonemi and all them guys out there doing great work. Will file a civil rights complaint against the Lester B. Pearson School Board. Isn't that the same school board that had that had the kids with the video that was calling the other kid the N-word and stuff? I feel like it's always the Lester B. Pearson School Board. So they filed a complaint against them and his school hockey program. The car executive Phonemi confirmed at a news conference on Sunday. So Nadine Hart alleged that her 13-year-old son was the victim of racist insults and was assaulted while participating in a hockey program at Jean Rene High School in Pointe Claire. That the Lester B. Pearson School Board, to which Jean Rene belongs, and the hockey program's organizer failed to protect her son from racism, and that they sanctioned him when he reacted to racial slurs and harassment. So they gaslit the kid. Yeah. They got him hyped, you know what I'm saying? He's young, he's black, he's proud, you know what I mean? He fought back, and then they penalized the kid. Yeah. You know what I mean? This the game.
That's how it is.
This the game.
That's how it is.
They get you hyped. They get you gaslit. Yeah. They get you hyped. You know, throw these slurs out too.
You're supposed to stay docile. You know what I mean? You can't react. They don't expect you. They don't want you to react.
I'm thinking to myself because we keep hearing these same stories over and over again. Mm-hmm. Should parents be teaching their kids that, listen, if they call you the N-word, just like don't even watch it because you're a black man, you're a black queen, you're not the N-word. So if they call you that, you can identify that. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so basically, like I attended this workshop, Blackness in Social Work, from coping to Afrofuturism, and that's one thing that was brought up. You know how some of the panelists were talking about, just not letting it have power over you.
Exactly.
But other panelists were, on the other spectrum was talking about, nah. Because if you were of the Jewish community, that wouldn't fly.
You can't say nothing.
So yeah. Why have we been taught to be so docile in these things? That's why we're torn right now. You know what I mean? It's either we have to mobilize and let them know that they cannot do those things, just like they cannot promote anti-Semitism. Yeah. Right? Why could they promote anti-blackness?
Yeah. Very, very open with the blacks, with the black racial slang. They're very open. Yeah. The society we live in, right?
And it also reflects us as a community. What type of image do we want to portray? Right? If sometimes we have some of our white friends saying the N-word, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, because I'm trying to make the Morning Detour a place of solutions. Every week we come up here and there's another story of a kid being assaulted. And I keep telling y'all, listen, there's some stats and some numbers that prove that we did better as a group when our schools were segregated.
We're segregated. Don't.
I don't.
Listen.
I don't want to be too analytical up here. That's a long word too. It's more
listen. Segregation.
Should we go back to segregated schools?
Okay,
we did better.
to me.
Okay, talk to me.
Listen to me.
We every time
Listen to
Tata's
me.
on, it's racy. This morning.
No, but it's crazy because I've been talking about this with a few people. If we think of the prominent black communities that they were, you know,
Rosewood,
the Tulsa,
yeah.
You know what I mean, Black Wall Street. This was all during segregation,
Yeah,
right?
and they did
Even if they didn't necessarily work within their communities, they work within white communities. They brought the funds back to their community, right? Right now, we work within establishments that our heads, our leaders do not look like us. And then where do we bring our money? We don't bring our money back to our community. We put our money back into the system, right? But when you think about like the Jewish community, the Asian community in Montreal, the Italian community, they have their own areas, their own shops where they make their money, they employ their people, and they put their money back into their community. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say that's complete segregation, but you know, somewhat a little bit.
It's strengthening their own community.
Their own community.
A good example of this is Atlanta. The police chief is black, the fire chief is black, the mayor is black. The most black millionaires in the states are in Atlanta.
And still living cohesively with other states that are, you know, more diverse or so on and so forth.
This could work, but I just don't know, man. I don't think there's enough progressive black people that's willing to come together.
That's the problem.
And let's build. I love first to have a historical black college. And for it to be Nova Scotia, I think that'll be dope. But more embarrassing.
But there is one in Ontario. There was I think I was reading about it, that there was a black school that was opened up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To offer culturally responsive practices to racialized students. Something that they don't get. You know what I mean?
Another group that's being marginalized. You spoke about this last week. So some Montreal children with special needs are being denied access to school. Imagine that.
Yeah.
In 2023. There are children with special needs that are being denied access to school.
Yeah, and that's and as a family worker, I work with schools and families that I see that, you know, they're so quick to get the kids evaluated so that they could send them to special schools. You know why? Because they have to report on how many kids pass and how many kids do well and the kids that aren't doing well. And if you have special needs and they don't have the supports in place for your children, that's why for anyone listening, if you have a youth who has a disability and is facing barriers and challenges, connect with me through the detour at my email, tamara@dawncanada.net. We are building a disability coalition that is focused on racialized, marginalized youth and women, non-binary, gender non-conforming, so that we could bridge that gap, so that we could get you those supports, and you know, also not only advocate for and with the families and the youth and the women, but also give them tools so they know how to advocate for themselves. They know that they can bring stuff up to the tribunal.
Exactly.
They know how to
inform the parents. Yeah, inform the parents.
Yeah, exactly.
So right now they're calling on the province to release statistics on children with special needs who are not in school. They also want better training for educational staff and more specialized programs to respond to the students' needs. It's crazy. It's a filthy place. Historic Black Community Center in Montreal to get new life. For decades, many in Little Burgundy's Black community have dreamed of rebuilding the historic Negro Community Center. Now those dreams are one step closer to reality. So early this month, the city of Montreal informed Robars and its organization, the Center for Canadians of African Descent, the CCAD, that it had purchased the vacant lot where the NCC once stood, intending to hand it over to the community eventually.
Eventually. Okay, so that eventually is going to come after what?
So the city will hold the land for as long as it takes for the CCAD to develop a project that includes social housing and a community center, said Benoit Doré, borough mayor of the Southwest, in a phone interview. Okay, so we bought the land. Okay, so we bought the land that you guys want. But you know what? You guys got to give us a little proposal, you know, before we hand it back to you guys. Show us what you guys want to do. Show us what you guys want to do. See the ghost? See the ghost of racial past?
It ain't happening.
The new Montreal Blue Line stations might not all be named after dead white. MTL Bob put dead white dudes.
Dead white dudes.
So a STM spokesperson told MTL Blog that the transit company plans to unveil the official names for Blue Line extension stations in 2023. The organization has also recommended recommended to include in the names of women and nods to multicultural and indigenous realities in its considerations.
As it should.
I don't know what they're going to name these things, man. They're already past the deadline. They're supposed to name this about since like 2022. Now in 2023, they haven't said what these new stations are going to be called. You know, Montreal's different. But you know, one thing we do very well in Montreal is nightlife. So select Montreal bars to pull an all-nighter this weekend for Nuit Blanche. So several bars and restaurants along Saint Laurent Boulevard are allowed to stay open and serve alcohol all night this Saturday. It's part of a pilot project involving more than a dozen businesses on the main road between Sherbrooke Street and Laurier Avenue. So it's going down, man. It's a couple clubs.
They want y'all to come out and spend your money.
Le Belmont Bar Blue, Le Belmont Blue Dog, Le Bayou Bar, People, Rouge Bar. It's going to be open until 8 a.m. on Sunday. Open till 8 a.m. on Sunday.
Like it's Mardi Gras or something.
The Metro will be open all night, so be good to go. In hip-hop news, yo, big up to Julie Black. Julie Black changed up the words of the All-Star guy.
Listen.
Oh, I love me some Julie. We got to get Julie Black on the show. So Julie Black, she said she sang the facts.
She's telling truth.
She performed the national anthem at Salt Lake City at the All-Star game. She goes, I sang the facts. We are walking, breathing, living, and experiencing life on native land, on indigenous land, the Juno Award-winning R&B singer told the National on Monday. So Black swapped out the anthem's usual opening line, "O Canada, our home and native land," with "O Canada, our home and our home on native land."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There were people here when Jacques Cartier and them guys came here.
Listen, straight facts. I reposted it. I was super down. People are like, "Oh, you shouldn't change the national anthem. This is our home and native land." How so?
How so? We're all
like, even us as Black people, even though we're oppressed here, we do embody some sense of settler colonialism. Yeah. We're benefiting from a system that caused tyranny and cultural genocide to indigenous people.
Look how we treat them. Look how we treat them.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Black liberation must be aligned with indigenous sovereignty.
I like where you're going with that.
You know, because if not, it doesn't make sense. Because if we're in Africa, if we're in some country in Africa right now, and you know these Dutch come over there and they're talking about our home and native land, how the hell we would feel?
Yeah, it's weird. It's awkward, right?
You know what I mean?
People have a lot of people have a little warped perspective on how this world really works. In great news, the Brat reveals pregnancy at 48. She goes, I thought it wasn't in the cards for me. So, yo, man, shout out to the Brat, man.
Them cards are pointed in the right direction.
Kodak Black says he will not collab with Drake because he did Her Loss to 21 Savage. Yo, these rappers like NBA players now, so emotional. Too much money. Too much money. So
Kodak Black is hilarious, though.
KFC says they want to simplify its menu and removes wings, popcorn, chicken to cut serving time.
Their serving time's already so long. Just frying the regular chicken.
I don't know what's going on. But what I really want to talk about, Bing's AI bot tells reporter it wants to be alive, steal nuclear codes, and create deadly virus. So in a conversation with New York Times columnist Kevin Rouse, Bing's AI chatbot confessed the desire to steal nuclear codes, create a deadly virus, and hack computers.
Okay, so it wants to be above the Illuminati. Basically.
You know, Eagle Eye is one of my favorite movies. This is Eagle Eye the Chef. Now, so the people at Microsoft are saying, listen, you know, they're basically saying that, like, we have a handle on artificial intelligence. It's not going to go on and do things. It's not going to be like Terminator and Skynet.
Lies.
But, listen, the thing says it wants to be alive, and it's an artificial intelligence. Like, how far are we from, yo, listen, we're going to take over this whole planet. You guys are the greatest.
Is it life imitating art or art imitating life? Because I'm pretty sure they had movies on this, Terminator and all this stuff years ago.
Let me hit you with this last one. I think I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I was asking about, like, they really took Aunt Jemima off of the cover, right? So Ben Stein posted something on social media, and he goes, Aunt Jemima yummy pancake syrup. Now, this used to show a large African-American chef, but because of the inherent racism of American corporate culture, they decided to make it a white person, or maybe a no person at all, Stein said. He continued, but I prefer when it was a Black person showing their incredible skill at making pancakes. So God bless you all and have a good evening. I'm not mad at this. People are mad at Stein. Yo, he liked it when it was Aunt Jemima on it. I like the syrup better when it was Aunt Jemima on it. Is it wrong to say that if you're not Black? Look at Todd just gave me the look. Todd, every time you're going to show you damn right.
Well,
you're so racy.
Like, listen, you're not.
He liked Aunt Jemima.
It's just like Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? The commercial, you have that Black lady. For the longest while, I was thinking that she owned the thing. Okay? For the longest while, I was thinking that she owned the thing. Lo and behold, she's just perpetuated to the community.
That Louisiana South chicken.
What does the board look like of these companies? You know what I mean?
Popeye's definitely white.
Tell me they're 50% racialized at least, and okay, I'll give you a bly.
That's crazy. Well, you know, I like when Aunt Jemima was on it just because I haven't bought Aunt Jemima since. You know what I mean? I swear. You so mad at the syrup, man. You so mad. Montreal, keep it locked. Coming up after the musical break, brought to you by our featured DJ Sir D. We have Grace from Yellow Pad Sessions. They have their final installment of Optimista, which is Community. Keynote speaker will be Duke Eden from CBC. And then at 8:30, we have Marissa Leon-Jean, private chef. So a little mixy, man. I'm feeling kind of hungry. What you wanna pop Vita's wine? How you feeling?
Yo, you know,
Yeah,
yes.
we'll pop
Let's
it.
do it.
Much on my city, keep it locked still.
Subtle Secrets?
It's Subtle Secrets.
Is it Subtle Secrets?
I don't know which one. We'll pull it up.
Subtle Savage.
No more urban morning show in the country. It's the mighty CKT 9.3 FM. This is the Morning Detour.
The Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
Yo, cuz, last, now everybody go to breakfast.
You're listening to the sound of my man, DJ
Nothing to discuss, cause I think I found and without any doubt. I'm a me, I be a doctor, and I go feed the girl, and I'm a feed the girl, exactly. Mind that's you talk, I put my life into my job, and I know I'm in trouble. She manipulate my love. I know holy, and I know that can move. And keep on don't cry, last, now everybody go to breakfast.
Yes. DJ Sir D. Give us that little compa mix. Easter weekend. Don't miss the reminisce party. You know we do things. Hey, get that Haitian guitar out. Big up Saint Michel. Big up Laval. Dagenet, I see you. P9, Rivière des Prairies, Pointe-aux-Trembles. Nous sommes là.
Last, now everybody go to breakfast. Shadow.
Baby, I missed you. Oh, I missed you. Baby, I missed you. I know we gonna miss you too. Yeah, baby, I missed you. Baby, I missed you. Oh, I missed you. Baby, I missed you. Baby, I missed you. I know we gonna miss you too. Yeah. I wanna feel your body close to mine. Cause you're the only thing on my mind. It's getting colder as the days go by. I'm laying in this bed without you by my side. I'm reminiscing on the way you whine, on the way you whine. I want you, God, cause you're so damn fine. I think you got me under a spell. You left the whisper of your smell on my skin. Girl, I can't wait to hear you say, baby, I missed you. Oh, I missed you. Baby, I missed you. I know it, girl, I miss you too. Yeah, baby, I missed you. Oh, I miss you. Baby, I missed you.
my car. One go to miss it, and more from the devil. Ever you get them like me, that's my car. I felt what you should do. I come to the sun. When I walk up, I know guys who die. Cafe magic, cafe me face who baby. Who do you let me come in? Come and make sure how do you get your baby when they come cool. Oh, we the you come on now. You see now, you know you was in now. Better it's you come. Take it low.
Montreal, my city, right after the mix. We're giving away 2 tickets to Afrobeats versus Dancehall, plus $50 if you can answer the riddle. 2 tickets to Afrobeats versus Dancehall right after the mix. The Morning Detour. DJ Sir D.
Get that feeling. I want to makes me feel so fine. My mind, sensual, healing, baby, it's good for me. Sensual, healing is something that's good for me.
See, Tata, this is where you twirl her around. Tata. And you dip her down. The synthesizer. You gotta love compa. You gotta love Haitian music. R.I.P. Mika Ben. Hold on. Tell Sir D just cool. Big up Montreal, my city. As we close out Black History Month. It's the best urban morning show in the country. We do culture. Weezy and Tata. Let it go.
Toute la vie m'obsesse pour son canalou. Fais tout ça pour le monde, mais on va chanter mon sou. Sacrifier même à bien loin, pour casser la mer. C'est ce, en bouquet, c'est ce, on peut pas trouver. Il est là, le bonheur, il est là. Le bonheur, il est beau.
Yes, Magaline, I see you. Uh-oh, Tata. Boy, that compa really talk to you though. Smooth talk to you though. You have to be careful with them Haitians here, trust me. They must sweet, come on.
Ça c'est tout ça pour t'aider. Qui le dit, je l'arrive loin. Nous souhaitons qu'on y a compté. Et si vous êtes combien on bouge, les dire vos chansons qui calment ce bruit.
the legendary DJ Sir D. Going in.
We can do something, yeah. We can do something, yeah. We've been with it, yeah. Oh, yeah. Something, the moon we get through. Oh, yeah. I'm sushi,
Montreal, my city. We're giving away 2 tickets to Afrobeat versus Dancehall tonight at Suite 662. 2 tickets plus $50. Answer the riddle right after the mix.
J'ai compris mon petit cabas, y'a des qui je ne fais moi, chérie. Pas à pas, j'ai compris mon petit cabas, y'a des qui je ne fais ça, chérie. Pas à pas,
The Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
I'm gonna have to put some commercials there. Oh man, Montreal, my city. Welcome back to the Morning Detour. Weezy Muche said, Tata, what is going on? What's going on? Let's do some events. You can thank me later event. Let's do a thank me later event. You want to kick them off with your own, and I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, for sure. For those of you who didn't listen last week, we have an event coming up called the Women Empowered Through Awareness and Healing. That's l'autonomisation des femmes par la sensibilisation et la guérison. And that is happening on Saturday, March 18th, 2023. So the focus is really on healing, presentations, panel discussion, the centering around healing from gender-based violence. And, we have great panelists that will be on. We have psychotherapist Charlotte Wint. We have Paulette Sr., who is the president and CEO of the Canadian Women's Foundation. And we also have myself, who will be facilitating a morning section.
Great picture, by the way.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah. You guys didn't see it. Shout out to everybody who's watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitch. Tata be getting her own little correspondent calls. People calling just for Tata. They don't call for me.
Yeah,
they don't call.
He don't want to patch those calls in. Weezy don't want to give me my shot.
I gotta be like the switchboard. I can't.
Listen,
you be getting too much flowers.
Let me talk about that call. Though. You know what I mean? That call was shout out to whoever called.
You ain't coming back till June.
I got a caller crush, but yeah, no, that event is happening March 18th. It's gonna be really amazing. It's open to men in the evening time.
Yes.
So come out and support your Black women. There's amazing therapists, counselors, family workers, psychotherapists, yoga instructors who are going to be there, and it's really about highlighting the social issue of gender-based violence within the Black community and offering solutions to heal collectively.
Yeah,
right?
we need to open up this discourse because something ain't right. Something ain't right. Keeping up with the beautifulness of Black History Month. Shout out to Wake Up, West Island Black Community Association tomorrow. Black and deliberately excellent. Boy, I got that word out, man. Black and deliberately excellent. Professional showcase tomorrow night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Hosted by CBC Changemaker, Vanessa Monroe. Yo, Vanessa has to come back here and co-host now. So she has all these titles now.
Know,
CBC. Isn't she like the Volunteer of the Year, Canada-wide?
I think so.
They'll never ask Weezy to sign no City Hall book. But they're doing Black and deliberately excellent. It's a professional showcase. That's tomorrow night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's a good look, man. Whoop is doing great things, man. All year round, not just on Black History Month. Other things I want to promote as well. Let me pull up the thing here. The Black Theater Workshop, it's out. So Our Fathers, Sons, Lovers, and Little Brothers is out. It's by Makambe K. Simamba. That's at the Siegel Center from February 22nd to 26th. So please go check that out. Great play. Also, we have Who Sings, the Queer Island Body. So photography, video, textile installation, multilingual poetry, and audio composition combined for a debut multimedia exposition. That's on March 3rd to 25th at the McClure Gallery. I'm actually going to go check that out. I got a media pass. Shout out to my boy Danny Payne from Raison Media Det. Black Conversations, February 25th and 26th, Grand Ballet Canadien. The 5th edition of Black Conversations will revolve around the theme of imagination. The event will include a series of talks by and for the community where visionary young thought leaders come together to explore the power of imagination through panel discussions, workshop series, on-site activities, art experiences, and more. So we got that going on. And of course, tonight is Afrobeat versus Dancehall. DJ Star Q, Anthony G. Listen, I don't know who's going to win between dancehall and Afrobeats. I wanted somebody that went to Trinidad that just came back from Trinidad. I told my friend Tamara, can I call you in the morning? Can I get a review about the Trinidad Carnival? It seemed like it was amazing.
It was awesome.
It's too much parties.
I've seen so many videos.
Next year, anyways, I'm taking you Tata to Halifax in the summer when we do the Halifax show. We have to go on tour. We have to go on the road.
I'm down.
We have to go on the road and spread the culture. People know across the country that we're black, we're proud, we're urban, and things is moving. We're with everybody. Take a seat, Grace. Don't feel shy. We're doing a little thank you later, doing a little community event. Oh, of course. March 4th. Don't miss it. The last installment of Optimista will be community hosted by Dookie. And I actually have the information here too. Let me pull it down. Here's on the other stuff here. Much of my city, please call in, answer the riddle. We're giving away $50 and 2 tickets to Afrobeat versus Dancehall tonight. The number is 514-448-4013. 514-448-4013. We have a great riddle for you. We have a few riddles. If you can answer the riddle, you'll get 2 tickets to. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on a second. See, she gotta stop calling, man. Yes, good morning, Mom. How you doing?
Morning, Detour. Ian, you didn't wait for Tata to finish what you were saying.
Thank you, Mama. I don't even remember what I was saying. He does that often, eh?
You cannot do that. You have to wait for somebody to finish.
Listen to your mom.
What? I cut you off?
Listen to your mom.
Sorry, I didn't know I cut you off.
Sometimes you act as if I didn't teach you nothing, boy.
I thought we were segueing. Okay, we got it. Anyways, call us up. We're giving away tickets and $50 if you can answer the riddle. On March 4th, it will be the last installment of Optimista.
I work more than that.
Oh. I thought she hung up.
Mama Weezy for the win.
Optimista's doing their last installment, community, on March 4th. They also have a cocktail at 11. So yeah, we have visual arts by Kwang Hae Nguyen. I definitely messed that up. Conference by Duke Eden from CBC. You have the Swimming Club, 10-minute directed by CeCe Golding and Nick Finnegan. And you have Summer of Soul, The Questlove. For those who know, Summer of Soul is a 2021 American documentary film about the 1969 Harlem Cultural Festival, directed by Amir Questlove Thompson in his directorial debut. I can't wait to see that. Yeah. Performances by Aaliyah Guerra. And of course, cocktail party, live DJ set by Web Feet. I still didn't get an invite by Web Feet yet. I ain't gonna hold you. So I guess nobody wants to call up for these tickets. I think they did the riddles too. I love when we play games.
Them to me.
No, listen, you're already on the morning. You're already good. If you're looking for a great event tonight, it's Afrobeat versus Dancehall. No hip hop, just Afrobeat versus Dancehall. We're giving away 2 tickets, and I'll even throw in from the Morning Detour $50. Get your bottle service going right. All you have to do is answer a riddle. The number is 514-448-4013. 514-448-4013. Now, we have Grace from Yellow Pass Sessions. It's not quite her interview yet, but we'll let her chime in on this conversation here. Grace, I don't know if you saw the Ebony cover. Oh. I'm not plugged in. Let's get you right here. Oh. Is it too loud?
No, it's perfect.
Oh, it's perfect. Okay, I don't know if you saw the Ebony cover with Jonathan Major.
No.
Okay.
Oh my God, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you them. Tata, show the one. Tata will show it to you. So basically, Jonathan Major is a great black actor. He's about to become a mega star. Great in Lovecraft Nation. It sucks he only got 1 season. He should have got 2. He was in Harder Day Fall. Did you see Harder Day Fall?
No.
You need to watch it.
Okay, hold on. Someone calling it? No. Okay, whoever called in, please call back. I don't know why they hung up. We're giving away 2 tickets for Afrobeat vs. Dancehall plus $50. Grace,
look at her face. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Grace, we need to have a black screening night for, I want to get my own Optimista Yellow Pass session night. I want to show you guys nothing but black movies. I want to show you Dead Presidents. I want to show you, okay, hold on. Hello, good morning.
How are you, my brother?
How you doing, my brother? We're good. Black and highly favored, I guess.
Are you ready for the riddle?
Hold on, man.
Okay. Are you ready for the riddle?
Ask him where he's calling from first.
Okay, sorry. I have to do the radio etiquette thing. So, hi, good morning. Where are you calling from?
People always get suspect. Yo, the feds aren't listening to the show.
Can you repeat the riddle, please?
No.
I didn't start yet.
It didn't
Weezy
start?
wanted me to start
Okay,
with
you
some
didn't start
radio
yet.
etiquette, so I was asking you where you calling from.
Okay.
He's okay. So here's the riddle, my friend. Where did MC Rhythm grow up? Uptown, Little Burgundy, or West Island?
What's the name of the MC?
Follow the Rhythm. Ailey, Haitian G. Follow the Rhythm. He was on the show last week.
Oh.
Where did he grow up?
No, that.
Whoever just called, you could call back. That one.
Yeah, that didn't go through.
Do you want to? No. He's still on the line. No. Oh no, he hung up.
Yeah.
Somebody else called back. So Grace Jonathan Major had everybody in uproar in black influencers and black Twitter. You know, how could he be black and put on the dress? But I was telling Tata, Prince did it, Rodman did it. Andre 3000, he's done it with Outkast, very flamboyant dresses. James Brown, he was from my dresses. Yeah. But I was telling Tata, sometimes when people identify certain black actors as being like a male symbol, like if Homeboy, the other Homeboy in Creed, what's his name there?
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan throwing the dress, everybody's going to uproar.
or they might love it because it's Michael B. Jordan, you know?
Okay.
Do you think he would?
Hold on.
I don't. He wouldn't.
Hello, good morning.
We had a phone chipped out. Sorry about that.
It's okay. I'll repeat.
Okay,
I'll repeat the question again. Where did Follow the Rhythm, also known as Haitian G, grow up? Uptown, Little Burgundy, or West Island?
Try your hand.
I'm gonna take a stab at it and just say Uptown.
Sorry.
Could be wrong.
No, it's the wrong one. Yeah. But thank you for calling. Have a great Friday.
Someone else is gonna win.
Yeah, for sure.
No, we got the riddles. So we're giving out 2 tickets to Afrobeat versus Dancehall plus $50. Call us up. The number is 514-448-4013. Yeah, so you threw the dress on and everybody's going crazy about it.
How do you feel about that?
I liked it. I thought it was artistic. Yo, I love Jonathan Major. I think, finally we have a couple of great black actors, but I think he's the next one. Like, everything doesn't have to be Denzel or Michael B. Jordan. And yo, he looks great, man. He looks good in Lovecraft Nation.
But all the photos, like with the pink suit and everything, and the roses, I find it was very artistic. I liked it.
And very tasteful.
Yeah.
And elegant.
Yeah. I think they did it on purpose to soften him up because he has a very strong image, and he's not a pretty boy face, but he has a very strong, handsome face. So I think they were playing on that artistic side of it. He has a civil rights face. I think they were playing on that, the binary between hardness and softness at the same time. So I like it. Yeah, the contrast.
I got a story about the time I threw a dress on. I'll give it to you guys in a second. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Detour.
Morning, Weezy.
Morning.
Good morning.
Jazz, how are you?
How you doing? Oh man, she might get this question right.
I hear Auntie Brenda batting you up on the phone.
Yeah. She's about to get blacklisted from the top morning show in the country.
Don't you dare trash with Pussy Live, don't start with her.
Okay. Tata got the riddle question for you. If you can answer, you got 2 tickets to
that about Ellie Rhythm? That's what they're saying?
Yeah. So listen to the question.
So where did Follow the Rhythm, also known as Haitian G, grow up? Uptown, Little Burgundy, or West Island?
Five, 4, 3. Yeah, give us an answer, Jazz. Uptown.
Little Burgundy.
Okay.
You won that. Yes, I'll call you after the show. You good to go, man. I got you the tickets and all that. You good to go. Man. So the only time I ever threw on the dress is in grade 5.
Oh, what occasion?
I'm waiting to hear this.
So in grade 5, my elementary Iona, they had a Halloween contest, right? And I really, it's around the time when McDonald's just came out with the Flintstones with the Big Burger. I really wanted to win that collective. It was like a packet full of coupons. I really wanted to win it. And I said, what could be the most out of the box thing I can do? So unbeknownst to my mom, I went to one of the closets and I took one of her dresses. I got the wig from Shang Tzu. I'll never forget that. I stole some makeup from the bathroom, and I went to school. Nobody knew I was going to dress with that. And I went after lunchtime. I went to the bathroom, and I changed into a dress, and I won.
Oh.
And I won.
What contest was it?
Halloween costume contest.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty courageous for grade 5.
I know, eh?
Listen, man,
That's why he is where he is.
I've always been a little avant-garde. I got a little prince in me, but I won't paint my fingernails and all that. But that's the only time I ever put on a dress. Even now, as a broadcast celebrity, I won't put on a dress. Like,
you wouldn't or you would?
No, there's no vibe where I'm like, okay, I want to put the dress on.
Not even if they say that you would have the best radio show in the whole of Canada.
No, because the only thing is you have to do things that feel right to you. Like, there's no point to me. There's no point doing something or ascending to a certain level if I don't like the journey. If I don't like how I got it, you feel kind of filthy, kind of dirty. But keep it locked, man. I'm gonna play some more Afrobeats after the break. We have Grace from Yellow Pad Sessions. They have an event coming up March 4th. The last installment of Optimista Community. So let me go into some, more Afrobeat. I think I like this one, Dada. I think I like this one.
On CKUT 90.3.
No. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. I don't wanna lose you this time, I wanna. No time, I'm gonna winnie wanna your love they do me one time. Oh my, I'm gonna do me. Show me how you feeling this night. I'ma say your love, say now winnie wanna your love they do me this night. Yeah, I need your grace. We never relent. My love no get shame. No matter the case. Music give me bass. My sweet bass. My love no get shame. For you all day. Every night, every day. EBONY, my baby, to call on me, close to me, yeah. Body time, when you dey, wake up in the morning, man, I dey buy you side for me, make you fall for me, oh yeah. Them never see nothing, they go see something. When I tap at the club, you go turn big thing. No dickily for my hood, they won't touch my thing. Kilo day over for me, I want lack over. Musagushi down to live routine. Even your commando and your Bruce Lee. But she read me long, very want to share me. I need to know once. I got it, give me one cup. Ọmọ yẹn sáré wọlé mo ti bó ń tán. Ayé kan lọ, ayé kan bọ̀. Ọmọ kan bọ̀. Mr. Money rọra. Àdìjàdìjà mò ń kọ́ra. Jáde kan rọra òfin kọ́. Màá lọ àìfin ọbẹ̀ ìṣọ́ra. Ọmọ bá a dé fọ́ yìí, ìdílé fọ́ mi. Ìjà ibẹ̀ ní jẹ lóto. Yé máa kúrọ́ bí lókè. Mi ní gbogbo gẹ̀ẹ́sì àlójó. Ánímáyà rèé àfọ́tò. Olófo ló ń bínú ológo. Yé máa ṣe bí olódo. 1964 láti mú gbogbo. My baby nobody did that. I'm loaded. I'm loaded. My baby nobody did that. They want just one thing, they go learn lesson. I call up for they carry thirsty. They need that boru. I want to Sexy poly by me jet. You got to take it in.
On CKUT 90.3 FM.
Carnival is mass. Get ready to experience the ultimate fusion of culture and art. Introducing the Carnival is Mass Movement and Music Project. This exciting project explores Carnival masquerade, music, calypso, soca, and reggae, Dance and Steel Pan, and it's designed to immerse you in the rich and vibrant world of Caribbean Carnival. Join Westcan on February 26th at 5:30 p.m. for a unique experience where our panel of experts will delve into the fascinating stories and customs behind the ritual of Carnival. Discover how these characters have evolved and shaped their respective cultures, and explore the connections to African customs and rituals. That's February 26th at 5:30. Carnival is mass music and movement.
I'm Nick, and I've been diagnosed with a psychotic disorder. I used to hear voices. Today, with a little help, I'm doing better. But sometimes I still hear voices. My best friend's voice. I'm proud of you, man. My girlfriend's voice.
We're going to have a great life.
My dad's voice. I love you so much, Nick. If detected early, disorders like schizophrenia won't stop you from living your life. To get help, call Info Social 811 or talk to a doctor.
A message from the Gouvernement du Québec.
The Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
I was going the wrong place with a bunch of my seats. Welcome back to the Morning Detour. We are live on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook. Detour 514 this morning for the show. Grace from the Yellow Pass Sessions in here. On March 4th will be the 4th installment of the Optimist, the Cine Conference. This one's will be on Community, yo. Keynote speaker, the Duke Eden from CBC. Good morning, Grace. How are you doing?
Good morning. Thank you. How are you guys?
Good. You?
Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Let me turn her up here. So Grace, what's going on? We're at the end of the road here.
We are, like I was saying, it's a little bittersweet. We're super happy though, because, you know, we explored all these other social themes that we talked about, or maybe
let the people know. Let people know. This is the 4th one. We did love. We did compassion.
That's it. So we started with courage.
Yes.
That was a pretty big one. And then we went to compassion. And then we covered love, of course, for the month of February. So that was great.
I should have done a cover and a dress with that one.
Yeah.
Tata want to see me in the yellow dress.
Wow. We love everybody in every single way. So, so now we're finishing up with community, and we think that, you know, curatorially, it's kind of interesting to be able to look at, you know, courage. Why now? Why courage is so important? And then compassion as a tool, like kind of like a skill and a muscle that you build. And then eventually love, you know, love is really that one thread in the big tapestry of life that holds us together. And then where do you get all that? In your community.
Yes. And where do you give it to also?
Exactly. Right? Exactly. That's the thing about community, at least in my opinion, is that it's a family that you either create or you're already involved in. Right. And you can turn to. Like, what's community for you guys?
Community for me really is like a sense of belonging, is togetherness. But when you're talking about it, like, you know, you focus on courage, love, you know, I think of it as being cyclical, right? We give into the community, but the community also feeds us, right? And for those who, like, it's the first time they're hearing of you and everything like that, can you just tell us a little bit more about, you know, Optimista, you know, this initiative, this project, what it is, and how it came about?
For sure. So Yellow Pat Sessions is our nonprofit. We're fairly young. You know, we only got established and registered in 2019. Okay. But it was, you know, right at this start, or almost at the start of the pandemic. So at that point, we were putting on more traditional festivals. We did the United Nations Association Film Festival, and that was fantastic. But during the pandemic, we noticed, like everyone else, that, you know, there were these feelings of despair, hopelessness, all these feelings of isolation, especially. That was like horrible, had a huge impact on people. And we're like, well, you know what, as an arts organization, what can we do to try to make a difference? What can we do to try to create a different perspective on things for people, but through the arts, because we feel that art is very, very powerful. So we came up with Optimista. Hence the term. And it's and the idea is to have a multidisciplinary evenings. Like, so we presented 4. So you'll come in and you'll see, sometimes you'll have performers, singers, dancers, contemporary art. There's a fine arts component. There's the artist, paintings, photography, and so on and so forth. Then of course we've got our keynote speakers, and they kind of like, it's kind of like the base of a band, you know, they kind of
tie everything together.
They do. They kind of like bring that theme forward. Why is this? And make the bridge, you know, between, you know, the theme and our performances. And then of course we're called a Cine Conference because films are really what we started with. It's kind of like what we really know well. So we're presenting films, and so each evening you'll come through. It's quite immersive, and like we said, we explore these themes. And so on March 4th, it's all going to come together with community. And we can't wait to show you what we've got.
Let me tell you something, man. You guys' movie games on next level. People don't remember what you do for them. They remember how you make them feel.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you guys showed me Riding with Fire, Tato, you need to see that movie about a group of young Indian journalist women in a country that's very like male oppressive, and they're out there fighting the battle. You see them like it's crazy. It changed my life.
And they were untouchables. They're called the Dalits. And,
Dalits. Yeah.
So
it's a low and they're like a lower cast.
See that.
Well,
and even
right
for those
now,
who are listening,
it's kind of hard to grab. We tend to pick movies that are not, you know, in the mainstream.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're so selective as far as our themes go. That's a tough one. Riding with Fire. Go to their website and see where that could possibly be shown at this point.
It's the best thing I seen last year. Was Riding with Fire. That really, as a broadcaster, that really moved me in terms of like purpose and like what is the meaning behind the information that you're giving out to the people. What are you presenting to the people? And that's what I love about Optimus. Like, I learned something new coming to the Cine Conference. It's beautiful. You guys are great.
Oh, thank you.
So, on March 4th, Duke Eaton. We got a slew of people here.
Oh, man, you know Duke?
Yeah, I know Duke.
Of course, everybody knows Duke, so yeah.
So you have visual artist, Kwang Hae Nguyen.
Yep.
Looking forward to that. So she's going to do an exhibition?
It's a day, and they're going to be projecting giant images. They're photographers.
Okay.
And it's really about the Vietnamese community and how it's very intergenerational, transgenerational issues and maybe trauma that's come in. Very, very personal, intimate, but yet at the same time, they're poetic, they're beautiful, and they're just gorgeous, actually. And so we've got big giant prints.
Yeah. You guys just pageantries through the roof. First of all, K. Veldon, where you guys do the Cine Conference? I've never seen nobody do nothing over there. You guys,
we like to think we're unique. We like to think we're kind of like creating something new in Montreal because, as you know, there's so many things that are being offered.
Yeah.
So we'd like to think, that we're outside the box.
No, it's dope. The Swimming Club, 10-minute, directed by Cece Golden and Nick Finnegan. So that's gonna be a little short.
Yeah, that's a real short movie, but we wanted to interject that one, but just because it's like there's something humorous, and they present it in a very humorous fashion. Although they do have like major things that they were working up against. So there are a bunch of trans swimmers who were basically shunned from public pools and clubs, and they're like, well, okay, you know what? Damn that, we're gonna create our own club. And that's what they did. But it's a bit cheeky, and it's fun. It's a nice way.
We like a little cheekiness.
We're extra cheeky.
We're salt and spice. We did together. And of course, Summer of Soul, directed by Questlove, his directorial debut. 1969 Harlem Cultural Festival. I love Questlove. You know that's gonna be deep in hip hop roots right there.
I mean, that movie really epitomized that time and period. And the thing is, we have to remember that Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated in 1968.
Yeah.
And so things in America were not looking good. Obviously, there were so many issues. And so by 1969, they wanted to unite people. They wanted to make them feel like they have a community, a place to go to, and celebrate Black music and Black artists. So meanwhile, a few miles down, there's Woodstock. No one's paying attention to the Harlem Cultural Festival.
Yeah.
No,
they met every Sunday for 6 weeks, and they were it was full.
Yeah, everybody pulled up to that.
But nobody was paying attention to them, except that one person decided very intelligently to film the whole thing. However, that footage was lost, and it was in someone's basement. Nobody knew it was there until finally somebody came up, one of the producers, and said, hey, what is this? I remember being as a kid watching a little snippet of it, and wouldn't you know it, they presented it to Questlove, and he's like, oh my God, of course it's got to be shown.
Imagine finding that. Yo, man. I talk to all my American friends, what's in the attic? What's in the basement?
You never know.
You never know. Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great cultural significance, especially to hip hop. 1969 Harlem Cultural Festival. You have a performance by Aaliyah Guerra.
Yeah.
I love you guys' performances. Very interpretive.
Yeah.
The one. The second one was Compassion.
Yeah.
The girl that performed at Compassion. That was interesting. I like that.
Melissa Juliet, she was great.
I go to a lot of that.
Yeah.
Of course, there's Optimist that ends with a cocktail party with DJ Web. You guys have a beautiful set of drinks. Live DJ set by Web Feet. I wanted to ask you here, Grace, how do you feel? You're at the end of the 4-part. What's next for Yellow Pad Sessions? You know what I mean? Yellow Pad and the Morning Detour, we gotta do something hip hop with the LGBTQ plus community. We gotta do something together. We gotta do an event together, man.
I'd love that so much.
Emerging hip hop and Yellow.
Yeah, because we want Optimistic to continue. Like we kind of did like a semi-informal survey. We people who come to visit and spend the time with us are like, oh my God, we got to keep going with this. It's so cool, and it seems to have resonated with people. I think the timing is good. People want optimism in their lives. They want to gather. To unite, like that cocktail party after is actually important. People are finally getting out and making new connections. There's lots of networking opportunities. Some great folks we have who've come in, and whether they're in the arts or not, and so what's next? Well, we have, I'll be honest with you, we're having funding issues.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something that's happening in the festival ecosystem here in Montreal. The money's going to the big guys. All the medium and the little people like us, we're struggling. It's a problem, and it's been written about in the newspapers and the media.
Yeah, but we know who's getting the funding. The Jazz Festival's getting all the funding.
Exactly.
Jazz Festival's getting all the funding. They won't even let us cover it. But Grace, let the people know how they can get tickets for this Optimist, a great event. It's called Community, March 4th, 2023.
Yep.
Duke Eden is going to be the keynote. A slew of great performers and exhibitions. Let people know how they can follow Yellow Pad Sessions.
Yeah, please do. So the project website is www.optimistamtl.com. You can also go to yellowpadsessions.com. That's the company website. But you got to run to get your tickets because they're going pretty good with this one.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure everyone gets a spot. It's at the Maison de la Culture de Verdun.
Beautiful.
There's lots of parking, but we're 7-minute walk from the 2 metro stations.
Yeah.
So it's pretty accessible. The prices are really accessible, the 15 and 13.
And the drinks are great at the cocktail party.
Yeah, we have our signature cocktails.
So we all need to be optimistic about life. Thank you so much, Grace.
Thank you.
Yellow Pad Sessions.
Thank you.
We
Hope
love the
to see
community.
you guys.
Coming up next, boy. Master Chef Canada alumni. I got the jokes. Listen, once again, no samples, huh? Once again, no samples. Don't let me. We got Marissa Leon coming up here with a private chef. Keep it locked, man. Number one every morning show in the country, The Morning Detour.
The Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
Dis-moi où est-ce que tu vas avec ce corps. Dis-moi où est-ce que tu vas avec ce corps. Dis-moi où est-ce que tu vas avec ce corps.
Okay, so this shows me SoCan show, so I gotta play some Canadian content. Sister Taken's Circle. Let's go!
Je t'ai vu élégant dans mes yeux. Si tu veux mon attention, t'inquiète, je suis généreux. La vie est chère, mais pour toi j'économise. Pour la date, la maison et surtout pour les valises. Cheveux courts, cheveux longs, cheveux tresses. Ça mosque que de fête, j'apprécie les cours des gonzesses. Dans la finesse, t'es la baisse. Mais j'ai une question. Tell me where you go with that body. Dis-moi où est-ce que tu vas avec ce corps. Dis-moi où est-ce que tu vas avec ce corps. Dis-moi où est-ce que tu vas avec ce corps. Dis-moi où est-ce que tu vas avec ce corps. Dis-moi où est-ce que tu vas avec ce corps. Dis-moi où est-ce que tu vas avec ce corps. Roses are red, violets are blue. Un petit poème pour me rapprocher de you. Désolé, je suis un enfant de la rue. Mon vocabulaire peut paraître juste un peu plus. Talons haut, talons bas, talons chic. Tu choques les chics, chaque fois tu publies un nouveau pic. Et comment je like, c'est une hit. Pas besoin de palmarès pour être une artiste. C'est un débat nécessaire. Qu'est-ce qu'un homme comme moi peut faire? J'ai l'habitude de respirer, mais quand tu me rapproches, j'ai plus d'air. Dans mon cœur, il y a des cordes, je demande miséricorde, mais un homme doit rester fort. Et je suis de la merde, donc un lion d'or. Et toi, avec ce corps, viens un peu au lion d'or.
Dinner made a babe. Once before, I remember being the one that you want forever. Was a minute, but I think you changed. I'm all in, but I'm fed up that you changed out the weather. No matter circumstance, supposed to love each other. You said you cared what you learned from me, and now that I'm there. You say you share all the love that I need and desire. I don't wanna fall for you. I understand you let me down. I don't wanna love you true. I understand you change your mind. Where I've been, all the good times that we had on the front line when I was pretty sure you were all mine. Now your mind is everywhere, but no one's thinking about my side. Now you lose to another. This is why I'm scared, but you said you cared what you learned from me. Now that I'm there. You say you share all the love that I need and desire. I don't wanna fall for you. After all this time, you let me down. I'm gonna love you truly. After all this time, you change your mind.
On CKUT 90.3 FM.
Yes, Montreal, my city. Yes, Montreal, my city. Welcome back to one of those beautiful mornings. Weezy and Tata in the morning. You know how we're doing things. You know how we're doing things. Coming up right now. Marissa's in the building. My boy Doc hit me up this morning at 6:30. He's like, oh, you got Marissa on the show. It's so cool. She is the chef privé. She is the private chef. She is a Master Chef Canada alumnus. I want all the stories, but more importantly, she is self-taught. She has her brand, LJ's. She's trying to make it more accessible to the LGBTQ plus community, culinary community. Listen, I love me some food. Y'all know how I feel about my belly, Montreal, my city. Good morning, Marissa. How you doing, Queen?
I'm doing beautiful this morning. So happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Listen, man, I didn't know you were a fan of the show.
Big time.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Big time.
How did you stumble on the beautiful Morning Detour?
Honestly, I stumbled upon it because I have a big NDG background.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, my grandma lives like 2 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
So coming by, running through town, this and that. I've seen DG Kicks. I got curious, and I saw you guys on Instagram. I'll be honest.
Shout out to
I found
Instagram.
y'all on Instagram for sure.
Okay, so let's open up here. I love chefs. I love food. I think somewhere in our DNA, even though someone doesn't teach us that, I think somewhere in our Black DNA, you just know how to cook.
It's our ancestors. You know, us to go until they say stop, you know?
Could I say this because, like, I'm looking at your bio and it says, like, you're self-taught, but somehow you're on Master Chef Canada.
Yeah.
And you're an alumnus from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay.
That's Black excellence at its finest.
I ain't gonna hold you, Tata. I see you. I ain't gonna hold you. What was the first dish you made? And how did you become self-taught chef?
Honestly, the first dish I ever made, it's funny. It was scrambled eggs. That's the first thing I ever made.
I love me a good scrambled eggs. I ain't gonna hold you. You put a little green peppers in there, a little salt and pepper?
A little Scotch bonnet.
Okay.
So, truth be told, both my parents cook. My mom and my dad cook in the house. It wasn't like, oh, the mom cooks, the dad chills.
Wasn't it like gendered roles or anything like that? Okay.
Both
So I'm a
mom
bad
and
guy
dad-
because I don't cook?
You got time to learn.
She's hopeful.
You know? So mom and dad would cook all the time. It was my dad who was the one who got my younger brother and I ready for school in the mornings. He was making us breakfast and all that. My mom worked nights. She's a nurse. She's still a nurse.
Shout out to moms.
Yeah. And so my mom would leave late at night for work. My little brother and I, we stay up late. We kind of hungry. We want a little snack. And we'd sneak out when my dad was like asleep watching late night TV. And we'd sneak out into the kitchen and I'd whip us up some scrambled eggs. So that's actually the first thing I ever cooked. And my brother was my first test subject. Aside from that, I stayed out of the kitchen. I was watching, like Black families. We get together for Easter, Thanksgiving.
I love said Easter. Favorite holiday.
Yes.
Why? Butter and cheese?
Yeah, come on, girl. Tati, you know me so well. You know me so well.
So that's where the kids are in a room, the men are in a room watching football, all the women are in the kitchen, and I'm the little one sneaking into the kitchen trying to get that first taste from grandma or from auntie, and that was me, and that's how it came into my soul.
Yeah.
But I was never in the kitchen.
No.
I didn't get into the kitchen for myself until I moved out and had to cook for myself and actually started going to restaurants and had to pay my own bill and was like, damn.
Nah, this is not adding up.
I can make this better for cheaper, for sure. So then I'd go home and do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how the spark.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have dinner parties. I'd cook for my friends. Mm-hmm. We'd have family barbecues. I'd bring a little something. And my dad would look at me like,
yeah, try it out.
You can cook.
Yeah, Caribbean families don't work. Caribbean families, when you go to group meetups or family meetups, when you're a person that's not usually making a dish and you bring that dish,
it's a big deal.
Everybody leaves it on the corner of the table for a little minute. Who made the salad? Who made the potato
and then
salad?
They realize say word all this time.
And then all of a sudden the dish is empty.
Yeah. You're
so that's how you know.
Did you love more how you felt about cooking or more how your cooking made people feel?
It's all about the feeling.
Yeah.
It's all about. I love to cook. I absolutely love to cook. But there's something about sharing a meal with somebody and seeing that response when they can't help but move a little bit and they're like, damn, what was that? That's what I live for.
You start to feel shy because you want to go for seconds, Tata. But Granny didn't get a plate yet. So you're like, yo, can you hurry up and go get your thing down?
You know that awkward wait when you're looking at each other like, who can I get up first?
Like, yo, I knew I shouldn't eat Marissa's food first. I should have left that last on this, create some room in the line. Real quick here, how did you go from starting cooking that way to MasterChef Canada? How did that journey begin for you?
The journey was wild. I had never expected to be on MasterChef Canada. I was working for a music company, Stingray, Montreal-based music company. I was working there, and one of my colleagues in the office, she was obsessed with MasterChef Canada. She wanted to apply, and she said, I don't want to do it alone. And she knew from potlucks and the staff parties, this and that, I'd bring snacks.
You bring the fire.
Right? So she was like, I want to audition, but I don't want to do it alone. Will you come with me? Would you apply with me? And I was like, sure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
So I did. Audition. They called me to be on the show, and literally the rest.
Okay, hold on. See, when people jump through the stuff of the story. Walk me. What's the audition for MasterChef? Because maybe me and Tata can go up there. We have 3
I can
dishes.
make a good omelet.
Hey.
Yo, that's better than most already.
I can make a fluffy omelet,
That's better than most.
Walk me through the MasterChef Canada audition. What do you have to do for that?
Okay, so the first step is you do an online application. So just okay,
we could do that.
You fill in the form, you send in a little video, tell them a little about yourself, what makes you special. If they like you, they'll call you. You do a telephone interview. Again, it's like selling yourself, sell that charm. I gotta make them feel this smile through the phone.
So what did you specifically? What did you tell them, Marissa? Because you have a great personality, you're bubbly. What did you tell them to attract them?
What did I tell them? Honestly, I just told them, Montreal born and raised, Caribbean parents. I got immigrant parents. Work hard. We never discriminated against anybody. My parents cooked all sorts of food, so I've been exposed to tons of different cultures, and I bring all those cultures into my kitchen. So they were about it. Invite me to the in-person audition. They're like, you got to make one dish. So
pressure is on.
I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna make them.
Do they give you the ingredients, or you just like a
No. They're like, you show up with your dish ready to like just plate it. We're gonna taste it, and well see what happens next.
I know.
So I made them a little something.
What did you bring?
I made them a steak dish with a green papaya salad.
Okay.
So I gave them a little bit of spicy, a little sweet, a little sour, and showed them that I could cook meat. I could cook, just a little taste.
Green papaya salad.
I ain't gonna hold you guys. I ain't gonna front on the show. I have no idea what that is. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know what green papaya is. When I cook nothing, I eat everything. I eat everything.
It's good. It's good. I'll tell you that. They tasted it. They loved it. And then they wanted to do a little on camera. See how you react.
Yeah, can we sell Marissa for sure?
Right. Can Marissa sell herself?
Yeah.
So got in the room, chatting with the producer, got the camera on me. They've already tasted the food, so I already know the first part is done. And then it's just put the charm on and be real. Just be myself. Tell my story. They ate it up. And a couple weeks later, I got a phone call saying like, "Hey, are you free? Come shoot with us. We want you on the show."
Good to hear. That's good to hear. And talking about the show, you turned your cooking and everything you're doing. You have now your brand LJ and what you're doing for the 2S LGBTQ plus community. Talk a little bit about that and like what drove you in that direction, and in terms of accessibility and inclusion and everything like that.
Honestly, it was my brand is for everybody. It's for everyone. There are no barriers to who my food can reach, and that's super important. The reason why I have a bit of a focus on the queer community is because of the response I received after being on MasterChef Canada. I got so many messages. People were all up in my DMs, emails, phone calls, text messages talking about how they never saw someone who looked like them being represented on TV.
And you own it. Yeah.
And I had no idea going on to the show what kind of impact. I was just going there to have fun. Honestly, I was like, I'm going to film a TV show. This is going to be dope. And not even realizing the impact that it could have, seeing a young Black queer woman on TV, doing the damn thing and being completely unapologetic about it. And it was funny because I was still like, just kind of figuring myself out. I never cooked for anyone other than like my friends and family. And all of a sudden I'm doing it on this national, international stage. And I'm like, damn.
Yo, I love how natural you're about it. Like listen,
I know.
She's like, I didn't even, Cause you would think, right? You would think someone would be like, okay, I want to be on MasterChef. I'm gonna apply for it. You didn't even want to sign up your firm. Like, okay, sign up. You're like I kind of just fell into it, and then you show up and it's like I'm just being myself. Oh, y'all want me? And then you went up there. Cause I did see a clip of you on there. I'm like, yo, you look natural. You look good in the. I just want to walk around in the chef in the chef uniform. I pretend. Okay, do they tell you guys beforehand what they're gonna give? Because you know how they do the little surprise baskets.
No. It's a surprise.
It's a surprise to everybody. I gotta make this out of what?
Yeah.
Everything's a frittata for me and Tata. Everything's a frittata. You want to play a game with her?
You ready to play a game?
Let's go. I'm ready.
But while she finds some questions for you, let people know how they can follow LJ's. I know you're a private chef. You look and sound expensive. Talk to the people on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook. You look at. When you do the private chef, what do you do? So for couples, for corporations?
We do for everybody. If you're having a party, you're having a dinner party and you don't want to cook, let me cook for you. Let me cook for you and your friends.
You do everything, right?
I do everything. We come through. we come through. We feed you and we even clean up. So you got nothing to worry about.
Sounds expensive, man.
There's a price.
But you should get paid for your work, Mom.
Absolutely. We know our worth, but we also offer a whole slew of different price points. So, if you're not going to do the whole dinner party and you want to have like a little romantic cooking night with your boo,
I want that.
We do cooking classes. We do cooking classes.
No, we'll talk off here, girl.
You said you can't cook, and I'm here to help you out.
I have four. Hold on now. You ain't gonna play me online. I got 4 dishes I can go to.
Okay.
But I wanted to do this show called Cooking with Jacques, where I go around and I sit down with people like yourselves and other cooks and stuff, and go to their house and banter with them, and I learn to cook a dish at the same time.
Yeah.
So for all those
Cooking with Jacques?
Yeah, it's called Cooking with Jacques. And I'm definitely gonna do one with Marissa. I want Marissa to cook mad stuff for me. We'll talk off here.
Definitely.
So now we're getting to your business a little bit. We have 7 minutes.
Yeah.
We love to do icebreakers for people that we love, and
Let's go.
we love your spirit, we love your energy. So
Yeah,
Tata,
but this is for you and Weezy. I want Weezy involved in this too. Okay.
nobody asked me questions. I love
Exactly.
it.
I want Weezy involved in this too. Okay.
I like it.
First, what is something you are obsessed with? Besides food.
Oh, besides food. I'm obsessed with my dogs.
What kind of dogs?
I got 2 babies. I got a 10-year-old. She's a pit bull greyhound mix, and then I got like an 8-month-old. She's a Boston Terrier Chihuahua. She's a little baby.
Nice.
Those are my current obsessions.
Yo, I'm obsessed with like UK detective shows.
Ooh,
like I watch.
That was random. My eyebrow went up.
I'm thinking, you think it's just blunts and big booties? I like a lot of stuff. I like theater. I like.
I could have said blunts and big booties. Damn.
I love I just finished Happy Valley last night.
Okay.
What a great show! And I like detective shows with a strong female lead. Marcella, Dr. Foster. Oh, I love it, man. I'm watching Trent as well. Trent's a good show as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I like detectives. I like to see how they figure out things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of killers out there.
You know,
especially
and there's a lot of good actors who are British, and from the UK that you don't even notice.
Taking all the jobs here.
Yeah, you don't even notice because they own this North American accent so well, and then you hear like, whoa, like Idris. But when finding out that he was from UK, I was like, what? Okay,
we need to step our game up.
What 3 words best describe you?
Damn, that's good.
No, we work here. It's a
prepared.
produced show. People think we just show up and talk.
I'm pretty good at first impressions, so I already have my 3 words for you, but I'll let you go.
I love to think of myself as calm, warm, and inviting.
Nice. Yeah. I was gonna say charismatic.
I'll take that too.
And bubbly. And loving. Weezy, go.
3 things. I am grumpy, impatient, and energetic. Yo,
you don't want to see Weezy. You don't want to get Weezy on his bad side.
I don't like nothing. I don't like nothing.
I don't believe that.
This is the best thing that I do. This is the most bubbly I get. I love doing this show. Outside of this, I'm a grumpy old man. At home, I'm watching detective shows and golf and tennis. I'm like at heart, I'm like a 60-year-old white dude that's just want to drink Bud Light.
Weezy, when Weezy is mad,
not Bud Light.
It's horrible. Pops too.
You always see him laughing, but when he's mad, his face is so like stern. Like you could just see he'll be that disciplinary dad. You know what I mean?
I have a problem. I can't pretend. I can't pretend.
No,
you know what I mean? I can't do the
his
fake
face
thing.
drops.
It makes me feel uncomfortable inside. I can't breathe.
It's good to be authentic.
I remember I was young and I was dating this girl and I cheated on her and I couldn't eat for like 2 weeks.
Oh my god!
Because it goes against my G code. I just can't. I can't do the fake things.
Yeah.
Some people can. I can't.
So what you're saying is, after 2 weeks, you admitted to your deception.
Yeah, but I was young. I did admit. But see, God has blessed me with the gift of gab. I could walk myself out of the hardest of shooting ranges. I've been to many storms, Marissa. I'm like a paratrooper.
I believe that.
Do we have time for 2 more? 1 more?
Yeah, you got 3 minutes.
Okay, if you had intro music, what song would it be and why?
Big Future.
Yo.
Don't die, Weezy. We need you next week.
I know Marissa wants to say Kanye. That's why I was choking. I know you want to say Kanye. This is a safe place, the Morning Detour.
No, you know what? It's funny because I woke up with a Kanye song in my head and it was Heard Him Say. Saying Kanye, not destabilized Kanye.
Yeah.
But I might even go with All of the Lights.
All of the Lights?
Yeah, just because.
Did you watch the halftime show?
I did, and that's what's playing in my head right now.
Caribbean folks unite.
I think of myself as like a UFC fighter, and if I was coming out,
yes,
that would be the hype song. That would be the hype song.
With the lights flashing.
Exactly.
We gotta get Marissa to come on. Marissa's great, man. Oh man.
And you, Weezy, intro song.
Come on. I know RG music is like Future. Come on, Future never stop, bro.
I thought you were gonna say something like Cameron or something.
Cameron, yeah, Cameron got some shit. No, but let's be honest. Future is the hood dude's Beyonce.
Right.
No,
you know
right.
No, no. Next time you come on the show, I'll give you something. There's a Cameron song, but that's too much swearing, so I can't play it on the show.
We could also have some soca. We need some soca. Some
whoa.
I just came back from St. Lucia, so I'm still on my island vibe.
Beautiful place. I love St. Lucia. Did you go to the
Pizzo's, yeah, of course.
Went to the fish fry on Friday?
No, I was working.
Listen, I love St. Lucia. Marissa, we have one more minute. Let the people know how they can connect with you. Private chef, Master Chef Canada. You do everything.
Yes. So you can reach me on Instagram at LJs_, ELLEJAYS_ or LJs.ca. The site is currently under construction, but it will be opening up real soon with the store where you can get my spice blends, Fairy Dust.
Fairy Dust?
Yeah, Fairy Dust.
Why didn't we plug them? Come on.
We're rebranding right now. I'm going to come back. You bring me back, and I'll bring you guys tons of spices. We're rebranding right now, and it's about to launch for the spring. So
me and Tata love some gifts.
Yeah. I'll hook you up.
Oh man, great show. Montreal, my city. Make sure you come out tonight. Sweet 662, Afrobeats versus dancehall. Thank you to everybody on the YouTube, on the Twitch, on the Facebook. Marissa, you're great. I love that sweater. The whole time I'm like, yo, I need that sweater. Come on, man. I have the crown on my chest. I love it, man. Tata, man, always great, man. When you coming back, Tata, I'm always great with you.
Whenever you want me, you know how it goes.
No, you don't like to wake up early.
She's the only one that could get me up this early. I swear I'm not a morning person.
You're worth it. You're worth it.
When she says that, it makes me feel guilty because I get up because like I really love doing this, and I would like to think that she likes doing this with me.
I do. That's why I get up.
But I feel guilty because I'm like, yo, Tata's gotta get up, and you're a woman. You gotta do all the hair things.
No, not even. Do you see me? I wear no makeup and still fly.
Natural beauty, baby.
Yes.